Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? I got a 2017 Ford Explorer, and the customer's complaint is he has a coolant leak. He also says that the coolant temperature gauge doesn't seem to go up to the temperature that it's supposed to. Now, he is knowledgeable enough to know that when you get low enough on coolant, the gauge won't read correctly because the sensor has to be submerged in coolant in order to read correctly. However, on some Fords, they actually use a cylinder head temperature sensor, which does not sit in coolant. It just measures the temperature of the actual aluminum in the cylinder head, and it uses that to calculate an engine coolant temperature. I don't know what this system has in this vehicle, but I don't know. So I may have to look that up. I don't know yet, or we're going to see. He wasn't complaining about overheating or anything. All he said was a coolant leak towards the back of the motor. So what I did was I opened up the hood here. I haven't done anything other than remove the engine cover, like the decorative cover, or sound insulation, whatever you want to call it. So let's just see if we actually see anything. I didn't look yet, but I just want to see. So here is the cover. Now here is the engine. This is what I see. Now just looking around, I don't really see anything astronomical. I do see the coolant level is a touch low, but that little bit low is not going to really have that much of an effect. That is not an overflow tank. That's an expansion tank. So this is the radiator cap. This thing does not have a radiator cap anywhere else. As far as I know, yeah, this does not have a radiator cap anywhere else. This is a pressure cap, 16 pounds. So that coolant level being that low is not going to have an effect on the temperature sensor being in coolant or out of coolant. Well, like I said, this may just have a cylinder head temperature sensor, which is not in coolant to begin with. So, but anyway, as a visual inspection, I don't see anything, and I actually don't even smell coolant. Usually I could smell coolant, but I don't see anything. So while I was under here, I checked the oil. That's like one of the first things I always do just because I wanted to see, and the oil level is fine. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it up in the air, and I want to see what does it look like from underneath. Do we really have a coolant leak? It may not even have a coolant leak. Who knows? You know, you never know. The customer could be mistaken, but it may very well have a coolant leak. But let's find out. Let's put it up in the air. So underneath here, the only thing I see is this. This is water from the AC drain. Now, where exactly the AC drain is, I don't know. But I see an exhaust manifold bolt missing on this side. But as far as a coolant leak, I do not see any signs, any stains, anything of a coolant leak. I see that on the frame rail. That's coolant. Of course, you can't see it on this side because this shield is blocking it. Okay, could that be, is this thing, oh, wait a minute, this thing's got a timing chain driven water pump, and that's what it is. See this? That's water pump. Because the weep hole is up over there, so it's dripping down onto the AC compressor. That's the common spot for them to leak. Ruh-roh. This just became a very expensive repair. Let me let this down. Alright, so back underneath the hood here, I just started to loosen up the cap and pressure came out. So the system was under pressure. I should have showed you, but I didn't think about it at the time. So I just started to crack it free, and all of a sudden, you know, it just started to push out. But there again, what I'm doing, I'm taking a whiff of the actual coolant to see if I can smell like head gasket or something like that. And I checked the oil was fine. I like to look in the cap too to see if there's any kind of a milky substance. And I don't really see anything. But like I said, this design, this has the water pump internally mounted. So just judging by what I see here, it's possible that he's been adding coolant to it. And if you add too much, because this is not an overflow tank, this is an expansion tank, what'll happen is it'll overflow, it'll push coolant out, and see this channel here, it'll direct it and it'll spill down. And if you look, it looks like it has stains on it. And it's basically directly above where it would leak all over the frame, because that's the area of the frame there where I showed it. But the AC compressor, which is down there, the weep hole is external, the pump is internal. The pump is internally driven on this. Let me go and just look this up really quick, just to verify that I'm saying the right thing, but I'm 99.9% confident this is the timing chain driven one, which, like I said, becomes very expensive. So I made this part of the video after I had completed the video, but I figured let me insert this in there. So if it sounds like the timing is a little off on what I'm talking about here, you'll understand why, because this was made after the video was done, but I'm going to insert this. Anyway, so did speak to the customer, and sometimes when you're a technician, a mechanic, shop owner, whatever, you kind of have to be a little bit of a psychologist or whatever, and kind of read into the way people are describing things and talking about things. So remember I said I saw the staining on the frame rail of this thing, and yes, the customer was adding coolant to it. So the customer said he was adding coolant to it, so I'd be willing to bet he was overfilling it slightly and it was pushing out. That's the reason for the staining on the frame. He also said that he saw the leaking from the back towards the driver's side, which is exactly where you see the water dripping out from the AC drain. It was humid as anything over this weekend, and that's when he saw it absolutely dripping out. So I got a funny feeling he's correlating the two, and he seems to think that the AC drain water is the actual coolant leak when it's not. So he actually does have a coolant leak, but it's not what he thought it was. It is the water pump. So I wanted to verify speaking to him, because he said he saw an active leak, and the water pump doesn't look like an active leak per se, like dripping on the ground, but it is a pretty decent leak that needs to be addressed, because that is going to become a major problem if he doesn't. So it's an unfortunate situation, but so the AC drain is actually what he saw as a leak. So it's actually a good thing he came in, because now at least he's going to know that, hey, it needs a water pump. So hopefully he decides to do it, because like I said, something like that could be catastrophic if you put that off. And I've seen plenty of these motors get launched because people put it off, and then all of a sudden the coolant starts leaking past the shaft seal and into the actual engine. And then, like I said, coolant inside the engine, no, that's a no. That's recipe for disaster. It's usually will never end good. So anyway, yeah, if you ever want to destroy an engine quickly, put coolant in it. Put coolant where the oil goes. It will absolutely annihilate the bearings. So, all right, let's finish this video up. And so, yeah, unfortunately, this is the one that I thought it was. It is a timing chain driven water pump. So you got to take the front cover off, valve cover's got to come off. You need special holding tools for the camshafts, stuff like that. So it's quite involved. It's like a 12-hour repair. So think about it. It's 2 days worth of work. So yeah, it's not an inexpensive repair. We've done a few of them. So unfortunately, that's going to end this video. There's nothing more I can show you at this point in time. I got to get the customer approval and everything else. But it's a slow leak, but it's an obvious leak, and it's not something you want to keep going. Because if the water pump starts to let go and coolant starts leaking into the engine, which is always a possibility, leaking through the seal where the shaft goes into it, then you're going to wind up with a major problem, because now you got coolant in the oil, and that'll kill the bearings. It will absolutely kill the bearings. Coolant will inside where the oil is will destroy an engine faster than anything you could imagine. So that's going to end it. All right, guys. Unfortunately, that's it. Hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.